Welcome back to Kiesel News, everybody. To start today off, we have some news on a new Transformers continuity, apparently. So basically, with the newest movie coming out being Transformers 1, apparently it's the start of a whole new universe, and it's not connected to the live-action movies, like was originally stated, because they originally said that it was 3 billion years before all the Michael Bay bullshit, but now it seems like it's the start of a whole new universe, and emphasis on it being the start, which means that there could be other shows or other pieces of media, maybe even some comics, like maybe they would tie in the recent Energon comics run to this as well. If they really want to try and create like a shared universe. I think that would definitely be ideal for the franchise, as it could make people more motivated to watch all the projects. And this also begs the question if the rumored new series that will be revealed next year, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a part of this new continuity, and I definitely think that it will be, because I don't see why they would take the time to refer to this as a new continuity if the newest projects coming out were going to fall under it. The only upcoming project that I could see not falling into this continuity is a potential Generations series, like not Legacy, because that's canceled, but there's now rumors going around that there could be a new Generation series similar to War for Cybertron for the new toy line, and I could definitely see that standing on its own, but other than that, I think everything else will fall under the same umbrella. Meta is offering millions of dollars to certain celebrities for the right to use their voices for AI projects. Now, these celebrities include Aquafina and Keegan-Michael Key, and I actually don't think this is too bad, because at least they're offering celebrities money for it. Like, it's not like one, they're not forcing them to do it against their will, or they're just not informing them at all, like a lot of other companies would do. So yeah, despite my issues with AI, I really don't see a problem with this, because they're at least asking for permission this time. The composer Lorne Balfe for Top Gun Maverick and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is also doing the score for the new Wallace and Gromit movie, and I just think that is absolutely hilarious. Hopefully that's not indicative of the quality of this upcoming Wallace and Gromit movie, as I'm not the biggest fan of Top Gun Maverick. I know, unpopular opinion. I know everybody loves that shit, but obviously the score isn't going to make or break the movie. Like, the score isn't going to affect the plot, but I'm definitely surprised that that's the kind of vibe that they're going with. When I think of Wallace and Gromit, I definitely don't think of a soundtrack that sounds like something out of a high-octane action movie like Top Gun Maverick, but it'll be an interesting choice, that's for sure. Gameinformer is shutting down. Wow, I definitely did not expect this. Gameinformer was definitely one of the better of the game journalism or game news sites, like way better than fucking Kotaku or any of that shit. Why can't Kotaku shut down? Why are we losing Gameinformer? 33 years especially, like, shows how long it's been around. Especially to be a magazine. I mean, you would never think of a gaming publication, like, publishing a magazine nowadays, right? So it just is another way of kind of getting rid of the past, it seems like, and showing how magazines are fading into obscurity. Obviously, of course, they have the digital magazines now, but it's still unfortunate. $2.9 trillion has just been wiped out from stocks today. Now, okay, let me clarify, obviously, I'm not a fucking stocks expert, I barely know how it works, okay? But fucking $2.9 trillion is being pulled out because people are that scared of an American recession. Like, holy fuck. People are clearly being smart then if they're really anticipating this recession. It's better than a recession coming and nobody pulling out jack shit. Like, it just appears out of nowhere and then everybody's broke as fuck. So at least people are starting to take action now. But this is definitely very fucking bad for America if they're truly heading towards a recession. I figured I would just inform you guys on this because I thought that it was huge news. Although me myself, like, I don't really have much to add. More just wanted to inform. A new Chinese Pokemon web series is coming out as of August 5th, so that's in a few days as of this recording, and it's basically an animated Pokedex show where they talk about different Pokedex entries and stuff. That's what it seems like. So they're basically just ripping off that Dorkly show where they do those funny Pokedex entry skits. Now, it's obviously not a ripoff, but you know what I mean. It's kind of similar, except now this is official. What's interesting, though, is that it's produced by a whole bunch of Chinese animation companies. Game Freak never really hands off a lot of projects, or I guess not Game Freak because we're not working on the games here, but the Pokemon Company in general rarely ever does stuff with third parties, at least in terms of, like, show development. Obviously, they partner with third parties for merchandise and shit, but the only real time that I can think of recently is when they partnered with Netflix for Concierge, but Netflix is a lot bigger than a lot of these Chinese animation studios, so I do think it's an interesting approach. But at least the good thing for us here in the West is that since it's a Pokedex entry show, there likely won't be much dialogue, if any, so we shouldn't have to worry about getting subtitles or waiting for a dubbed version even. Marvel is now only set to release 3 movies in 2026, as opposed to 4. Now, this is great news if you ask me, because it just means that they're slowing down on the output, but this isn't really breaking news, as they announced that was the plan quite a while ago. This is just them putting it into effect now, but it does make me wonder what the third movie in 2026 is going to be, since they're going to have a movie between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars in that case, and obviously we had that with Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel, but those worked because they were prequels, so I guess these movies would have to be a prequel as well, unless they're doing a movie that would fill the gap between Doomsday and Secret Wars, which could very well happen, especially if there ends up being like a huge time skip between the two movies, but as of right now, I just wonder what that movie's going to be, but as for there only being 3 movies in 2026, great news. I just wanted to briefly mention how there's a new film coming out called Gawker that is going to feature Ben Affleck playing Hulk Hogan, and who the fuck signed off on that? Ben Affleck does not seem like he could play Hulk Hogan in my opinion, what the hell? An animated Evil Dead series is in the works, and Bruce Campbell is coming back. that's definitely cool that Bruce Campbell's coming back. But I've never been the biggest fan of Evil Dead. I know that's probably one of my most unpopular opinions that I've ever done. I know that my friend thinks I'm crazy for not liking Evil Dead. It's like some of their favorite movies, so I'm sure they'll be happy at this news. But I could have sworn that the Evil Dead franchise was kind of slowing down, and they said that they weren't really going to put much more out, but I guess not. I more just wanted to briefly mention this, though, and also get my hot take out there. Feel free to dislike if you want. To end today off, we have a bit of FNAF news. So first, the FNAF sequel movie is going to start filming in October. Definitely a good season to start filming. It's unfortunate that we likely won't be able to get like a teaser trailer or anything during the Halloween season then, though, assuming it takes them more than a month to film, which it definitely will. More interesting FNAF news, though, is 5 Laps at Freddy's, the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's racing game. That's right, we're actually getting FNAF card. It's real. I mentioned this in my FNAF game ranking video. I don't know if that is out by the time this video is out, but I do plan to do a video of playing through the demo, which is going to release as of August 7th. The main game doesn't release until 2025, but from what I've seen of the trailer, the game looks like extremely unpolished. I mean, it's only in the demo stage, so it makes sense, but I'm definitely glad that it's not getting released yet. And also, I was just surprised at how blatantly it looks to copy Mario Kart. Like, I thought Scott would at least mask it a little bit. I am intrigued to see what sorts of locations and the full crop of characters as well, though. I think that'll be the main draw of the game, if not the gameplay itself. Although the items do have some potential as well. Like, what if we got to use, like, a phone or something to reference Phone Guy, and then you got to, like, phone a racer to come and help you or something? That could be a cool mechanic.